For thousands of years, there's been one story that's kind of the bedrock of Western civilization. It's a story filled with names you've definitely heard, like Achilles and Hector. It's got meddling gods, an impossible-to-breach city called Troy, and, well, a whole lot of drama. We're talking, of course, about the Trojan War, an absolutely epic conflict that all started because of divine ego and very human mistakes. And it really all boils down to this one kind of crazy question. How on earth did a single piece of fruit lead to a 10-year war, the complete annihilation of a city, and the deaths of countless legendary heroes? It sounds impossible, right? But believe it or not, this whole epic saga didn't start on a battlefield. It started at a wedding that went very, very wrong. So picture this. We're on Mount Olympus, and the parents of the soon-to-be famous warrior Achilles are getting married. It's the party of the century. But they made a critical error. They left one goddess off the guest list, Eris, the goddess of discord. And if you're gonna snub someone, she is the last person you want to upset. So naturally, she decides to crash the party, and she brings let's call it a housewarming gift from hell. Eris rolls in and throws a solid gold apple onto the table, and it's inscribed with the words, "To the most beautiful." You can imagine what happened next. Instantly, three of the most powerful goddesses, Hera, Athena, and Aphrodite, are all like, "Oh, for me, you shouldn't have." Zeus, wanting no part of this, outsources the decision to some poor mortal schmuck, Prince Paris of Troy. So now, Paris has to choose. Hera offers to make him a king of everything. Athena offers to make him the world's greatest warrior. But then Aphrodite comes along and offers him something he just can't refuse, the most beautiful woman in the entire world. And with that choice, he basically signed Troy's death warrant. 1,000 ships for Helen. Now, there was just one teensy-weensy problem with Aphrodite's little gift. This woman, Helen of Sparta, wasn't exactly available. She was already married to a very powerful and very proud king. And so a simple choice, driven by desire, is about to become a war that will be remembered forever. So, with the goddess of love as his wingwoman, Paris sails to Sparta and, one way or another, gets Helen to leave with him. When her husband, King Menelaus, gets home and finds his wife gone, he is furious. But he's got an ace up his sleeve. See, years before, all the kings who wanted to marry Helen swore a magical oath to defend her marriage no matter what. So this isn't just a personal insult anymore. It's a matter of honor for every king in Greece. And every epic conflict needs its superstar champions, right? On the Greek side, you have Achilles. He's the son of a goddess, practically invincible, and he's fighting for one thing, glory. He wants his name to be remembered forever. And then for the Trojans, you've got Prince Hector. He's a true hero, brave, a family man, and fighting not for fame, but to protect his home. These two are on a collision course, and it's gonna be spectacular. Now, you'd think with a walking superhero like Achilles on their side, the Greeks would have this war wrapped up in a weekend. But nope. As it turns out, the biggest threat to the Greek army wasn't the Trojans, it was the pride and the temper of their own star player. For 9 long years, the Greeks just sit outside the walls of Troy. They attack, they fall back, they attack again. Nothing works. The walls are just too strong. It's this horrible, bloody stalemate. And after nearly a decade, everyone is tired, they're running out of supplies, and morale is at rock bottom. In the 10th year, things finally snap. The Greek commander, Agamemnon, has to give up one of his war prizes, a captive woman, because of a plague. His ego is so bruised by this that he decides to pull a massive power move. He marches right over to Achilles' tent and takes his prize, a woman named Briseis, just to show everyone who's boss. Terrible, terrible idea. Achilles just loses it. He is so full of rage, he's about to kill Agamemnon right then and there, but a goddess literally has to intervene and stop him. So instead of violence, Achilles does something that's arguably much worse for the war effort. He says, "You know what? I'm done. I'm taking my men, and we're gonna sit on the beach. Good luck fighting without me." The fallout from this is immediate, and it is devastating. Without Achilles, the Trojans, led by the incredible Hector, just start steamrolling the Greeks, pushing them all the way back to their ships. The Greeks are desperate. And this desperation is what kicks off the most personal and the most tragic chapter of the entire war. Achilles' best friend, Patroclus, sees what's happening and he can't stand it. He begs Achilles to let him fight. Achilles, still stubborn as a mule, says no, but he agrees to let Patroclus wear his legendary armor to scare the Trojans. And at first, the plan works, until Patroclus runs into Hector. Hector thinks he's fighting the real Achilles, and in this epic duel, he kills him. Only when he takes the helmet off does he realize the horrible mistake he's made. And when the news gets back to Achilles, everything changes. His wounded pride, the argument with his commander, none of that matters anymore. All that's left is this bottomless grief that just boils over into this terrifying, all-consuming rage. The war isn't about honor anymore. It's about revenge. Achilles gets a new set of armor forged by a god and returns to the battle like a storm of fury. He hunts down Hector. They have this incredible chase around the city walls before Hector finally turns to face his fate. Achilles kills him, but his rage isn't satisfied. In a move that shocked everyone, he ties Hector's body to the back of his chariot and drags it through the dirt right in front of Hector's horrified family. At this point, Achilles seems literally invincible. He's carving through the Trojan army, about to break into the city itself. And then, the unthinkable happens. Paris, yep, the same guy who started this whole mess, fires a single arrow. The god Apollo guides it, and it finds the one and only spot on Achilles' body that's vulnerable, his heel. And just like that, the greatest warrior who ever lived is dead. So now what? Both sides have lost their greatest champion. The Greeks are completely demoralized. 10 years of war, and they still can't get through those walls. It's become pretty clear that brute force just isn't going to cut it. So they have to switch tactics. It's time to get clever. This is where another Greek hero, the clever Odysseus, steps up. He has a brilliant, totally audacious idea. He basically says, if we can't knock the front door down, what if we trick them into opening it for us? And the plan he devises is so famous that its name has become the very definition of deception. Okay, here's the plan, and it's as simple as it is genius. First, build a massive hollow wooden horse. Second, hide your best soldiers inside. Third, the entire Greek navy packs up and pretends to sail away, like they're finally giving up. It's a huge gamble that relies on one thing: Trojan pride. They have to believe they've won and willingly bring their own destruction inside the city walls. The next morning, the Trojans wake up to an unbelievable sight. The Greek camp is abandoned, the fleet is gone, and sitting on the beach is this enormous, beautiful wooden horse. After 10 long years, they think, it's finally over. We won. They are just bursting with joy. Now there's one prophetess, Cassandra, who's running around screaming, it's a trap, don't do it, but she's been cursed by a god so that no one will ever believe her true prophecies. So they ignore her, decide the horse must be an offering to the gods, and wheel it right into the middle of their city. Then they throw the biggest victory party of all time. And while Troy sleeps it off, the trap is sprung. Odysseus and his men sneak out of the horse, kill the city guards, and open the gates for the entire Greek army, which had just sailed back under the cover of darkness. What follows is an absolute slaughter. The Trojan king is killed. Hector's baby boy is thrown from the walls to end the royal bloodline. The women are enslaved, and the legendary city of Troy is burned to the ground. But this was no happy ending, not even for the winners. Agamemnon gets home only to be murdered by his own wife. And Odysseus, the man with the brilliant plan, he angers the gods, and they curse him to wander the seas for another 10 years before he can get home. In the end, a lot of the victors met fates just as tragic as the people they conquered. So that leaves us with the big question, doesn't it? Was all of this just fate? A grand cosmic plan set in motion by a golden apple and some jealous goddesses? Or was it just the predictable, tragic result of human flaws? Pride, greed, rage, and lust. It's a question that makes this story feel so real, and it's why we're still talking about it 3,000 years later.